Intro: The silent risk of falling. Have you ever stopped to think how one simple misstep could change the rest of your life? For many older adults, one fall can mean weeks in the hospital, a painful recovery, or even losing the freedom to live independently. It doesn't happen with loud warning signs. It happens quietly, in the blink of an eye, often during something as ordinary as walking to the mailbox or getting out of bed. But what if walking didn't have to feel risky? What if there were small, practical changes you could make right now? No fancy equipment, no gym membership that could help you stay steady and confident on your feet. In this video, we'll explore 6 walking techniques used by real seniors across the country, methods supported by physical therapists and aging experts. These are small changes with big impact. By the end, you won't just know what they are. You'll understand how they work and why they matter. So whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, or you care about someone who is, stick with us. These tips could help you feel safer, stronger, and more in control with every step you take. And if this message speaks to you, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you won't miss what's coming next. Step 1. Head position awareness. It might sound simple, but where you look when you walk plays a major role in how stable your entire body feels. Think of your head like the lead car in a train. Where it goes, everything else follows. For many older adults, the habit of constantly looking down while walking is quietly increasing the risk of falling. You might think looking down keeps you safer, especially if you're worried about tripping, but the opposite is often true. When your head tilts downward for too long, your shoulders round forward, your spine curves, and your center of gravity shifts out of place. This subtle change throws off your alignment and limits your ability to scan the path ahead. You become more likely to miss a crack, bump, or obstacle entirely. Instead, try a simple shift that therapists call the forward gaze rule. Keep your eyes looking straight ahead, about 10 to 15 feet in front of you for most of your walk. Only glance down occasionally when needed. This forward focus helps your body stay tall, your steps stay even, and your awareness stay sharp. Let me tell you about Harold, a 78-year-old former mechanic who enjoys walking through his neighborhood every morning. He started noticing he felt unsteady, especially when heading downhill. After speaking with a movement specialist, he learned that his habit of watching his feet was making him lean forward too much. Once he practiced walking with his eyes up and his chin gently lifted, he noticed a surprising difference. His stride felt smoother, and he didn't tense up the way he used to. That small adjustment, just changing where he looked, gave his body a better sense of control. When your head is upright, your spine stacks naturally, your core activates, and your balance improves almost without effort. So, if you've ever felt unsure while walking or find yourself staring at the ground more than ahead, remember this: let your vision guide you, not your fear. Sometimes the most powerful shift in your stability begins with a small change in where you're looking. Step 2. Rediscover the rhythm of your arms. When most people think about balance, they focus on their legs and feet, but your arms play a crucial role in how steady you feel when walking. In fact, your arms are like the natural counterweights your body relies on to stay centered with each step. When your right leg moves forward, your left arm should gently swing forward too, and vice versa. This crossing motion keeps your momentum balanced and your upper body stable. It's not just about movement, it's about allowing your body to stay upright without having to overcorrect every few steps. Unfortunately, many older adults slowly stop using their arms when they walk, and they often don't even notice it. Maybe it's because of shoulder pain. Maybe they're always carrying something, but more often it's because of fear. When we're anxious about falling, we tense up, and when we tense up, our natural rhythm disappears. Let me tell you about Miss Bernice, a 79-year-old retired teacher who began using a walking cane after a fall. She noticed her balance getting worse over time, even though she was using the cane every day. Her physical therapist gently pointed out that her left arm wasn't swinging anymore. It was constantly holding the cane stiffly in place. With some guidance, Bernice practiced alternating arm movements, using her cane with one side while keeping the other arm in motion. After just a few weeks, she said walking felt lighter and she felt more like herself again. So here's what you can do. Keep your elbows relaxed, your hands open, and let your arms swing naturally as you walk. You don't need to exaggerate it. A calm, steady rhythm is enough. Even if one arm is weaker or stiff, use the other one. Swinging arm is better than none. And if you're still with us and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. Your voice matters, and I'd love to hear which habit speaks to you most. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next helpful tip. Your support means everything and helps us keep sharing knowledge that makes aging just a little bit easier. Step 3. Focus on how your feet touch the ground. It might seem automatic, but the way your foot lands can actually shape your entire sense of balance. Surprisingly, many older adults begin walking with flat feet, or even landing on their toes first without realizing it, slowly making them more unstable. Let's talk about what's supposed to happen. A healthy walking step starts with your heel gently meeting the ground, then the pressure rolls through the arch of your foot, finishing at the toes which push you into the next step. This heel-to-toe motion isn't just about looking graceful. It absorbs shock, keeps your joints aligned, and helps prevent your toes from catching on uneven surfaces. So, why does this change with age? For many people, joint stiffness or old injuries cause them to avoid landing on their heels. Some even shuffle their feet because they're afraid of falling, but the irony is shuffling actually increases the chance of tripping. That's exactly what happened to Leonard, a 74-year-old who enjoys gardening. After stumbling several times on his back porch, he noticed he was barely lifting his feet. A physical therapist showed him how to retrain his walk, starting each step with a heel touch, holding on to the kitchen counter for support. Leonard practiced slowly, one step at a time. Within a couple of weeks, something shifted. His legs began to feel stronger, his knees hurt less, and he was walking more confidently, not faster, but with more control. When you lead with your heel, your calf muscles engage, your hips move in sync, and your whole leg works like a team. It brings your body back into rhythm. Here's a simple tip. Try walking barefoot across a towel on the floor. Feel each part of your foot connecting with the surface. At first, it might feel odd, but the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And once your body remembers this pattern, your risk of falling quietly goes down, sometimes without you even realizing it. Step 4. The power of small steps. It may seem too basic to matter, but the length of your stride has a big impact on your balance, especially as you age. When we were younger, long strides felt natural. That's how most of us walked for decades. But as we get older, those big steps can quietly become dangerous. Why? Because when you reach too far forward with your lead foot, your weight shifts backward. That throws off your center of gravity and increases the strain on your knees and hips. It also slows your ability to react if you slip or trip on something unexpected. Now, here's the good news. Shorter steps help you stay centered. They keep your weight over your feet and your movements more controlled. Your reactions become quicker, and your connection to the ground becomes more solid. Your whole body works more efficiently when you're not overreaching. Think about how toddlers walk when they're learning small steps, arms out, steady, and low to the ground. They aren't focused on getting somewhere fast, they're focused on staying upright. That wisdom doesn't disappear with age. In fact, it becomes more valuable. Stability should come before speed. Mr. Franklin, a retired postman in his early 80s, used to walk quickly with long strides, thinking it would help him stay strong. But after a couple of stumbles, even in familiar places, he took a different approach. With help from a local therapist, he shortened his stride and increased his step rhythm slightly. Since then, he hasn't fallen once. He even says he feels less tired because his muscles aren't constantly correcting his balance. Here's a little trick you can try. Walk at your normal pace and count your steps over 10 seconds. Then try again with slightly shorter steps and see if your step count goes up. That's a sign you're moving with better control. And if you use a cane or walker, the same idea applies. Keep it close, not far ahead. Keep your steps compact, steady, and close to your center. Your body will feel the difference. If you're still watching and finding these tips useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss what's coming next. Step 5. Your core is your balance. Many people think of leg strength when it comes to walking safely, but in reality, your balance begins at the center of your body, your core. Your core includes the muscles in your abdomen, lower back, and hips. These muscles act like a support belt that keeps your spine upright and your body steady as you move. When your core is weak, everything else has to work harder. Your legs tighten, your posture slouches, and your walking pattern becomes unstable. That's often when stumbles and falls happen. Here's the encouraging part. You don't need intense workouts or gym memberships to strengthen your core. Gentle, simple actions can make a real difference. Try this. While standing near a counter or chair, lift one foot just a few inches off the floor and hold for 5 seconds. Then switch sides. It's a small move that wakes up your core and trains your brain to focus on balance. You can also tighten your belly slightly as you walk or brush your teeth. Just pull your belly button in toward your spine for a few seconds. It's subtle, but it activates the right muscles without anyone even noticing. Mrs. Lillian Aga, 81, started doing these mini exercises each day while waiting for her tea to steep. After a few weeks, she said she no longer felt wobbly on her morning walks. "It's like my body remembered how to stand tall again," she shared with a smile. So, don't think of core strength as something only for athletes or younger people. It's your secret weapon for moving with control. A strong center gives you balance, and balance gives you freedom. Step 6. Awareness of floor patterns and transitions. One of the most surprising causes of falls in older adults isn't a loose rug or a missing handrail. It's the moment your brain doesn't fully register a change in the floor beneath your feet. As we age, our ability to adjust to visual and physical shifts slows down just a little. A new floor color, a different texture, a sudden shift in lighting, all of these can confuse your sense of depth and footing, and all it takes is one delayed reaction for your balance to slip. Take transitions between carpet and hardwood, for example. The sound, the feel, even the temperature underfoot changes. If your attention is elsewhere, even for a second, you may step wrong without understanding why. That's why physical therapists recommend a small but powerful habit: quietly naming the surface you're about to step on. Say tile, rug, or step up as you move. It may sound odd, but this simple cue brings your brain into focus and prepares your body. Peter, a 79-year-old widower from Minnesota, began doing this after nearly slipping on a glossy hallway floor. Now he silently calls out each change, and he says it helps him feel one step ahead of every surface. Also, be careful with high-shine floors. Reflections from lights can create illusions, making flat surfaces look uneven. And if you wear bifocals, take extra care with stairs or curbs. Your lenses may distort the floor's depth just enough to throw you off. Even small shifts deserve big awareness. The more intentional your steps become, the safer your movement will feel. If you're still with us, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you found this tip helpful, consider subscribing and turning on notifications. Your support helps us share more tools like this to help older adults walk with confidence. Conclusion: small choices, big confidence. Getting older often brings more than just aches or stiffness. It brings a quiet fear of falling, of losing control, of not being able to rise again. But here's what many forget: small choices can reclaim big confidence. You don't need expensive gear or special routines. You just need awareness. The 6 walking techniques we explored today aren't difficult. They're simple, natural movements. Your body already knows. You're not learning something new, you're remembering something wise. And when you practice them consistently, something beautiful happens. Not only does your risk of falling go down, but your sense of control begins to return. You stop walking like you're afraid and start moving like you're free. That shift is powerful. It's not about walking perfectly, it's about walking with purpose. Every small change, whether it's lifting your chin, swinging your arms, or taking smaller steps, adds up to something greater: independence. So let this be your reminder. You are not fragile, you are adapting, you are learning, and every step forward is a quiet act of strength. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 habits spoke to you the most? Is there one you'll try tomorrow morning? Let's walk this path of wisdom together. Thank you for being here with us today. We truly appreciate your time. If something in this video spoke to you, we invite you to share it in the comments. Let us know one idea or insight you're taking with you and how it might help in your daily life. Your words might inspire someone else who reads them. If this message brought you value, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with someone you care about. Your support allows us to keep creating meaningful content that uplifts, informs, and encourages positive living in later years. We look forward to walking this journey of health and strength together. Take good care until next time.